Hippocrates said, "Get knowledge of the spine, for it is a requisite for many diseases."
So come on and check yourself before you wreck yourself.
So let's have a discussion about physical medicine versus chemical medicine. So if you break down the word medicine in the dictionary, the Latin derivative of the word medicine comes from the word medicina, comes from the verb medere. So if you break the word root derivative down, it means one, the art of healing, or two, the means of healing. So let's go back. Physical medicine is the physical means to healing. So if you have a physical problem, let's say shoulder pain or carpal tunnel or back pain, those are physical problems, or something in the body, such as an organ issue, that's a physical problem. Traditionally in this country for the last 100 years or so, we've been addressing those physical problems with chemical medicine. Now, chemical medicines in a crisis situation is helpful, but it's not for the long-term usage to fix your problem. So I'm going to break it down for you. Physical medicine is the physical means to heal the body so that you resolve your physical issue. Now, if you go back in history, there's a philosopher named Hippocrates. I think most of us know who he is. Well, I take that back. Gen Z may not know who Hippocrates is, okay? But he's a philosopher. He was between 460 to 377 BC. Hippocrates said, "Get knowledge of the spine, for it is a requisite for many diseases." Now, let's think on that. Back 400 BC, he knew about the spine and disease. Interesting, right? So I have this handy dandy chart here for y'all so you can see the different various levels of the spine and the nerves that exit the spine and where these nerve roots go that may be affecting your current physical condition. For example, the cervical area has 7, the thoracic area has 12, lumbar area has 5, sacrococcygeal area, which is our tailbone area, has 2 different separate bones. Now, let's talk about, for instance, the subject of blood pressure or high blood pressure. The C1 nerve root controls blood supply to the head, and also in this area, it actually surrounds cranial nerves that control organ function. Now, I did a segment way back when on the vagus nerve, so hopefully you can go back and visit that one if you want a little more in-depth understanding on what the vagus nerve does for us body function wise. So back to the C1 area. So if C1 is locked and putting pressure or interfering on the nerve root exiting C1, potentially one might have these possible symptoms. One would be headaches. I know a lot of you guys suffer headaches. I'll do a segment in the next little while on headaches and in-depth analysis of it and how to help it without drugs. Nervousness or anxiousness, insomnia, which is sleep issues, head colds, high blood pressure. So blood pressure, a lot of people are being given blood pressure medications along with statins, which is cholesterol medications, after the age of 40. I don't think most people know, but did you know the literature shows us that long-term usage of cardiovascular medications, especially statins, can affect your cognitive function, meaning it can give you cognitive decline, such as memory loss, Alzheimer's, and dementia. So if you are an individual taking statins right now, be very careful because you don't want to lose your mental faculties trying to handle an organ issue. There's better ways to take care of it. So I want to touch on the blood pressure problem because so many Americans have it right now. So let's talk about this. So why does somebody have high blood pressure? One can be because you're under a lot of stress. If there's a lot of tension in the body, blood pressure is a mechanism your body has to tell you, hey, there's too much tension going on, affecting your organ, especially your heart organ. Another could be your diet. If you're eating a high salt, high fat, high processed food diet, it could be another reason why you have high tension and stress in your body. Another could be you have a lot of emotional stressors causing you to have tension, elevating pressure in the body. So scientifically, how does that work as far as how do we mitigate or bring that down so that you have less pressure in the heart and the rest of the body? So there was a study done in 2007 by a medical doctor. His name is Dr. George Bakris, and he is the head of the hypertension department in the Chicago School of Medicine. He published in the Journal of Human Hypertension, and he did a study with a chiropractor. The chiropractor's name is Marshall Dickholtz in the Chicago area. And they did a very specific upper cervical C1 adjustment to a group of people. And what they found was that specific adjustment significantly lowered blood pressure to the point where they saw that it did the job of 2 pharmacological drugs. Now think about that. That's pretty big. A chiropractic adjustment did the same job as 2 synthetic pharmacological drugs. So I want you to think about this. If you are struggling with blood pressure issues, perhaps it's time you go visit a competent chiropractor to check out your structure to see if the nerves in the upper cervicals are causing malfunction of blood pressure or inability to regulate blood pressure. I hope you found this segment useful. If you'd like a copy of this awesome nerve chart, feel free to email my staff at zenchiropractic@gmail.com, and I'll catch you on the next one. Okay.